Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 17th of January 2025. We're starting as usual with the synoptic here. This is yesterday at lunchtime, and you can see the high pressure that's right across Europe is still there, it's still dominating the weather, and it's blocking these low pressures and front systems from getting too close into the UK. Run through midnight last night. You can see there's a bit of a weak cold front there over the top of us, and into lunchtime today, that weak cold front's moved a little bit further north, so we've got a kind of a gentle southerly flow just around the end of this high pressure here. We'll take that just a little bit further. Oh, hang on. A little pop up there, a little bit further. It's midnight tonight, and that's showing that front's disappeared. But this high pressure is still hanging around, it's still lurking, and it's still affecting the weather across the UK. And into tomorrow at lunchtime, very little change again. Looking at the satellite picture, you'll see that as daylight comes, that has got a lot of a lot of cloud cover over the whole of southern England. There's very few gaps in it, and there's certainly nothing near to us, which is going to change much today. But with that, there's very little rain associated with all that cloud cover. And if we have a look at the forecast rain as well throughout the day, again, very little to worry about in terms of precipitation. Odium's tough then. They're forecasting 1907 knots, greater than 10k visibility, broken at 1,000 feet, and temporarily between 10 o'clock this morning and 9 o'clock tonight. Few about 900 feet, broken at 1,500 feet, and a 30% chance in that same period, few at 900 feet. Farnborough, they're forecasting 2008 knots, greater than 10k visibility, broken at 1,000 feet, and temporarily between 8 o'clock this morning and 10 o'clock, so for the next hour for us, broken at about 700 feet, and then a 40% chance at from 10 o'clock through till 3 this afternoon, scattered at 1,600 feet. Spot winds to the north of us at 1,000 feet, 210, 10 knots, and to the south 150, 5 knots. Wind air showing a southerly flow with a little bit of west in it all day, around about 4 to 5 knots. And the local Met Office forecast for this region is showing sort of southwesterly going around southerly, about 3 to 4 knots throughout the day. They're pretty much overcast all day long with very little chance of rain. Temperatures about 5 degrees centigrade maximum. GFS temperature-wise, they're showing about 6, with the dew point down around about 3, and the local weather station currently shows about 3.5 centigrade with the dew point at just under 2. The camera on the south side is showing that low cloud and the fact that it's overcast. It's a bit hazy and murky across the airfield. SkySight is again showing low cloud throughout the day, maybe rising up to about 1,200 feet, 1,300 feet in the best part of the day, sort of mid-afternoon. But they've got that cloud cover all day, and as does Top Meteor. If we have a look at the cloud cover there, hour on hour, that's showing at best it's getting up to about 2,000 feet. But we'll have to wait and see on that. NOTAMs then to the south of us, 12 there is Goodwood. Their operating hours today are 0900 to 1600. They'll be changing tomorrow, adding an extra half hour onto the end of the day. 17 is Oakhanger, a rat for UASs only. 19 is Winchester live firing, the increase in the danger height. 20 is Waverley. It doesn't start until about 4:15 this afternoon. That's flare firing. 23 is Ash Ranges. Delta 132 is active. 24 is Milk Hill paragliders there today. 25 and 26 is Burfield and Welford, and they are rats, the same as Oakhanger, for UAS exclusion. Let's move on then to the local airfield brief, and we'll start with the usual Odium cross section. So we can see here that they're pretty much forecasting cover all day long down at about 1,000 feet, and there's very little improvement in that. So it's broken or overcast, with only a 30% chance that we'll have few strata Q. Broken and overcast is temporarily few, and few with 30% of strata Q as well. So it's pretty much going to be low cloud all day long, and with pretty much no breaks in it. We'll keep an eye on it though, and if we can get out there and do a bit of winch launching, we will do. They reckon the surface winds today are southerly, sort of 4 to 5 knots throughout the day, with no weather warnings. So booked flying then, there's a couple of K21s for instructional flying, one on the casual list, a couple of K13s required by club members. Supposedly one on trial lessons today. I've not heard about whether there's trial lessons on today or not yet, but I shall go and research that shortly. And there's bookings available on all the single seaters. There's nobody on the casual list, and the simulator is available as per normal. Usual SPL deadline church notice here. I've already done one lot of paperwork this morning, and if you need your paperwork doing, come and find me today. Movements, there's one scheduled, but it's not been confirmed. It was supposed to be coming in at 9 o'clock, I believe, but the prior permission wasn't applied for, etc. So we're waiting an update on that, and I'll keep you all informed if we are out there. So the general situations, the high pressure over Europe is blocking the Atlantic lows, which are out to our west and north at the moment. There's light southerly winds, and a weak cold front has just crept north of Lasham overnight. We will be using runway 27 hard for the launching today with the cables on the boom to the south, and we'll be landing on the grass, and the grass is still quite soft at the moment. So please avoid using the wheel brake unless it's absolutely necessary. And if you can stay clear of the this southern end of the airfield down by runways 05 and 34, basically they're out of bounds as the ground is saturated. And do not land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown in red on the next slide. And of course, please keep your gliders clean, wash them at the end of the day. So here's the setup for the day. Launch point vehicle will be just north of the centre line, aero towing to the north off the hard and winch launching to the south. And the wind shown here is a light southerly. That's it from me today then. I shall see you around the clubhouse or out on the airfield shortly. And have a great day. Enjoy your flying if you do fly, and please keep it safe.